Let's take a look at how to use the breeding market to breed your mounts and get new foals on your journey to Tier 8s and Tier 9s. First of all, you have to be at a major city like Velia, Heidel, Calphion, Altanova, or Valencia, because those cities have a breeding market. You'll talk to the stable keeper and you'll actually see the options here. Breeding market. Horse market is if you want to actually sell your horse to other players. But the breeding market is what we want to look at. Now, in order to breed your horses, you have to have and own the female. The female will be the horse giving you the foal. Now, you can use your own male or someone else's male. So what we see when we open up the breeding market is a list of the males that are currently available to us from other players. You can see they're both really terrible. They're both Tier 1s and they haven't been leveled. So obviously we don't want to use those. So let's post one of our own males. So as you can see, I have a level 30. The game won't let me post him until he's recovered. So you can see his stamina is a little low here and his HP is at 1. So let's recover the male. And then we can register him at breeding so that we can use him with our female. You'll see that you'll get a pop-up letting you know that you cannot unequip or equip horse gear while he's breeding. The breed does take about 2.5 hours, so just keep that in mind if you do leave any gear on him. And then you get this other pop-up, and this is not intuitive at all. In fact, it's a little bit confusing. You have a show all option and you have show only me, and there's a price. The show all function when you go to post your male in the breeding market actually lets other players purchase your male's breed for the price shown. So that's not a price you get charged, that's the price they get charged. For higher tier horses, that price goes up significantly, so you can make money off of your high tier male horses by selling their breeds to other players. But in this case, I want to use the breeds, not sell them to other players, so I choose the option that says show only me. My horse is now hidden and will only be shown for me for breeding purposes. And the fee is only $35,000. So we'll confirm that. So now when I go to the breeding market and I go to my horse list, I will see the male that I've just posted, and I'm the only one that can view him. What I need to do next is choose my female. In this case, we're going to use a Tier 8 with that Tier 6 male, and we will simply click the Apply button to start the breed. So we'll do that now to start the breeding, and the breed is started. So we'll check back in about 2.5 hours and see what we got. Our horse is ready for pickup. We know that the breeding is done because the female actually says complete. We simply click on her to get the Receive Foal button, where we can receive the foal. And I was fairly lucky with this breeding, actually very lucky. So between the Tier 8 and Tier 6, I got a Tier 8 female, which was a really good outcome from that breeding pair. Now, something to note is that at the time you click the breed button, the foal is determined. So it doesn't matter if you disconnect, change servers, or use the finish or the pearls to finish the breed early, the foal is always the same. So you can see I've accidentally closed the box before when naming my foal, and it doesn't matter. You'll always have the same one pop out when you go to collect. The other thing to keep in mind after receiving your foal is that there is a breeding cooldown that starts. That breeding cooldown applies to the channel that you are on, and you can bypass it by simply changing channels, and then you can immediately breed your horses. So the only thing that's left for us to do is to collect our male off of the breeding market. So in order to do that, you go to My Registrations under the breeding market and click the Receive button to get your male back. And do note that every time you breed your horses, all of their stamina is reused, and you do have to recover them before you can breed them again.